Hello everyone, my name is Roy, and the purpose of this video is to share the results of an experiment that we conducted between three voice over IP applications. During these experiments, we were looking to see how much latency exists between all three of these voice over IP applications. So what is latency? Let's start with that. By definition, latency is a delay before a transfer of data begins following an instruction for its transfer. So in terms of this experiment for our voice over IP applications, we are looking to see how long it takes for a receiver's voice to go through the computer, through their ISP, through the server, through another set of ISPs, and eventually to the receiver's ears. For this experiment, we used Ventrilo, Mumble, and Discord. I did not include services like TeamSpeak, Skype, Curse Voice, Blizzard Voice, etc. It would just make this video way too long, and if there's enough demand for it, we can do another video and another experiment. So how are we conducting this particular experiment? Well, we've got two computers, the computer that I'm using to record this video and a computer behind me. Both computers are on two different internet connections, and I have a microphone here which is linked into clients which are installed on both this computer and the computer behind me. What you will hear first is normal conversation and then a test script of me counting down from 5 and then saying taunt, dispel, interrupt, move. What you'll hear is my voice live as you hear it right now, and then you'll also then hear the latency or the echo or whatever you want to call it, lag, that goes through from this computer and eventually making its way to the computer that's behind me. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we'll go ahead and do Ventrilo. Now, the reason I wanted to include Ventrilo is just to show where voice over IP was from several years ago to where it is today. You will see that here's my computer and here is my receiving computer that is sitting behind me. So again, remember there are two different internet connections just to simulate that jump, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to turn on the audio from the other computer so we can hear, and I'm going to go ahead and start transmitting. Now Ventrilo was very popular in the World of Warcraft community several years ago. It wasn't necessarily the best, but it was one of the most common. A lot of pickup groups that you'd run into would be using Ventrilo just because of the fact that they know that anyone who was raiding, dungeoning, or doing whatever had the ability to connect into Ventrilo. So right now you're hearing the delay or latency, and it's not bad, but it's not great either. There's a definite amount of echo or latency or lag or whatever you want to call it with Ventrilo. So let me go and go through the test script. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, taunt, dispel, interrupt, move. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take this and close this off. So you see the latency that was present within Ventrilo. One of the reasons why I moved away from this particular service was because of the amount of latency that was present. Now, mind you, we're doing things under optimum conditions, so only 2 people in the room and very low proximity to the server. If you'll get different results if you are across the globe from the server or there's a crap load more people that are in the room. You will definitely get different results with Ventrilo. So now I'm going to go ahead and do Mumble. So let's go ahead and switch to Mumble. So I'm using the Mumble client 1.2.19, and I'm going to go ahead and do an unmute right here and start transmitting. So right now, you should hear my original voice, and you should hear the voice after it gets processed through the servers, and the amount of latency that exists with Mumble. Now you'll notice that it's very, very minimal, very little amount of latency, and this is one of the reasons why, in full disclosure, I
was very loyal to Mumble. In fact, I still am. It's a very good system. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles as other similar applications, but in terms of voice latency, you can hear the definite difference between things like Ventrilo and now things like Mumble. So let me go ahead and quickly go through a script here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taunt, dispel, interrupt, move.
So, now, you will notice that there was very little latency, very little in terms of being able to hear any type of delay because of whatever. It's just, not all voice over IP applications are equal. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the Discord server, and let's pull that one up. Let me go ahead and do an unmute.
So right now I'm speaking to you using the Discord server. Now Discord is the one of the newer voice over IP applications that are out there. It has a very, very attractive interface. You have the ability to have chat that's logged, and one of the greater things about this is that it is, at the time of this video, free. You have the ability to not only run this through a client, but if you don't want to download the application, you could download, you can not even have to download anything. You could go through the browser and be able to use voice over IP using the browser without having to download the thing, and the ability to be able to share your particular voice server was made seamless by their links and things that they did within their platform that makes it a lot easier to be able to get connected with other players. So let me go ahead and do the quick script here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taunt, dispel, interrupt, move.
Okay, so let me go ahead and close this all out, and there you have it. So you heard what the voice latency is between them all. Some are better than others. It just depends on what you find acceptable. There's a lot of features that are within Discord. I don't see very many groups using Ventrilo anymore, but it works for its current applications. Mumble has a very low latency type of a setup, but it's also losing favor within a lot of the community, and it's not as filled with features is one of the other issues with it. So again, I hope that this experiment was informative. If you want to see any other experiments of this nature to be done, please leave a comment in the comment section. And if this was informative and you learned something today, please give us a like. It really does help us out. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time.